Only the smartest AI users know this trick to get AI to do work at the same level of quality as a human. Especially if you run a business or you run a team, this is going to be a big unlock to get more value out of AI. What you have to start building now is what's called context infrastructure. We all know what context is, right? When you have a prompt and you give the LLM context that it needs in order to do the job. Well, context infrastructure is that on steroids because it's made up of two really specific things: structured data and AI extracted intelligence. Structured data, this is things like data from your CRM, maybe campaign performance data, maybe it's ad performance data, all sorts of structured data that you generally get from an API and you store somewhere. That's part of your context infrastructure. But the other part here is AI extracted intelligence. And the beauty is you can take structured data, give it to an agent to extract intelligence from it. So an example of that would be we have a marketing campaign that runs, we have all of the data from the marketing campaign, and we have the actual emails and the copy of those emails. We give that to an LLM to extract what seemed to work and what seemed to not work from that campaign. That also becomes part of your context infrastructure. Now, the beauty here is, and really the big level up people are starting to make, is by collecting this context and organizing it in a way to where AI can use it, they can build two things on top of it. They can build AI job workflows. Think of this as a series of AI prompts and agents that do a specific job and check in with the human along the way to make sure it's going well. And then agentic workflows. This is when an agent can handle dynamic tasks and it makes decisions around what context it uses. AI job workflows, the human comes in, builds these out, and chooses what context is involved. Agentic workflows make the choice about what context it believes it needs to do that specific task. But here's where things get incredible. The human can look at these outputs, give feedback, understand what worked, what didn't work, and that fuels the context infrastructure that make both these things work better. So level 1 AI stuff is like, hey, I'm in a chat, I know how to write a prompt, I can give it context and get a decent output. The next level is doing that broader on a bigger scale, and then also building out these workflows that is attached to that context so that the AI can do the work at the level that the human can. But that's only possible if you have the human there refining the system, taking those learnings and putting it back into the context.